All right, let me unmute, make sure I could be heard. Yeah, let me make sure. All right, I see that in the chat. All right, all right. All right, but what we need in the chat is some of those, you know what I mean? We gotta get those. Yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, all right. All right, let me pull up the tablet. Let me pull up. There we go. That's what I like to see in the chat. What's good, Killer Cam? What's good? What's good? All right. Mr. Sonic, what's happening? People popping up. I see y'all. I see y'all. We gonna talk about some stuff real quick, you know. All right. I know it's kind of early, man, and I know it's getting hot, man. The view's been looking kind of crazy. Almighty, I see you, Bree. I see you. Drew, I see you. All right, we gonna talk, man. We gonna get both of these out of the way. Everybody got too much going on. I don't want to make a bunch of videos. So let's get straight into it. Let's talk about Xbox conference, which was surprisingly good. I actually was surprised so far, and this is coming from the commissioner's mouth to God's ears. Microsoft had the best conference so far, but I have been put on notice that only enjoy those few hours because Sony is coming through with that heat later tonight. So we gonna see, man. We gonna see what's going on. Yeah, Bethesda and EA, man, we already know though. Bethesda's conferences were never all that anyway. Those was like ultra geek conferences. All right, so let's get started, man. So the Xbox conference started out with Halo Infinity. Now there was a bunch of speculation on exactly what was going on, if this is a sequel, if this is something different, if this is a Windows 10 exclusive, like what was the story? So pretty much it was confirmed, all but confirmed that this is a cross-platform Windows 10 cross-play Xbox game. It should also be coming to Games Pass day one. That wasn't confirmed. That's just me speculating. So after that, Phil Spencer came out on stage and then he gave this crazy announcement, which was similar to last year, but they lived up to it a lot better this year. He says they're going to show 50 games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. So after he said that, we got introduced to Ori and the Blind Forest 2. Now, I'm not really fond of these type of platformer games. However, I do think this game looked interesting, and I should probably give Ori some kind of a playthrough because I heard BG comparing it to Castlevania, and I played and loved every Castlevania game not every, just about every Castlevania game. There's a couple out there that was cash grabbing like a mug. And then we got introduced to what is I'm being told was in a multiplayer, but I thought it was an exclusive to Xbox. It's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. That looks pretty interesting. That game looked a lot like Neo and Dark Souls kind of inspired, but it's from Soft, so of course it's gonna have that whole Dark Souls thing going on. That game looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna be copying that based off what I saw. And then they came out and then they talked about Games Pass. Fallout 4 was announced for Games Pass. And I don't know. They said this was coming out last night, and then I've been on Games Pass like 3 times already between last night and as recently as just now. And Fallout 4 is still not there. Neither is The Division. And I don't know what happened with these games they claim were going to be there. They're not there. So I don't know if the store needs to update later today or what. But I'm waiting because I would like to play The Division with the Xbox One enhancements and see how good it looks. And then if it looks good, I'm going to buy the season pass, and I'm going to be right back on The Division like I never left, man. Yeah, so I'll be on The Division on Xbox for sure. A couple of my friends on Xbox asked me if I had The Division, and they wanted to play with me. So now we're going to see how true that is once it comes to Games Pass. And then moving along, we had Captain Spirit, which was set to be in the Life is Strange universe. Now, interestingly enough, last night I was talking about this with the boys, and I was saying, hey, man, is this a 1-episode free thing? Because they said the game is going to be free June 26th. And I'm not sure if it's the game or if it's an episode, because you know these Telltale games, right? These Telltale games tend to do this thing where they give you 1 episode free, and you start playing it thinking the whole game is free. And then when you go to the next episode, they go, hey, yo, where's your wallet, bro? And then you be sitting there like, oh, well, I thought you said this was free. And they're like, nah, it was free, but just for 1 episode. Now, for the hot stuff, you got to pay us. What are you doing? And then that's the situation. So I don't know if this is going to be another one of those situations, man. I'm going to get to The Division 2 for sure. Then They had this Terry Crews campaign, and they showed Crackdown. You know, they had that whole thing exclusive, and then Crackdown came out, and they did all the craziness with Crackdown. Kind of gonna have to confess, man, I have no interest in this game. I have no hype for this game. I have no faith in this game. I actually think this game is gonna be crap. I think all Crackdown was just never hot to me, man. In the world of GTA, why would I play Crackdown? So Crackdown was always that game that I couldn't really give no respect to, because GTA was just so much better to me, and it had that whole open world sandbox thing going on. You drive the cars, you get out and shoot, and it was just on some space fairy dust kind of situation. And then you had GTA, where I was mugging people and murdering drug dealers, man. I was gangbanging. Like, I'm like, dog, it's a no-brainer for me. Give me the GTA, sit the Crackdown on the table. And so I never took interest in Crackdown. And then you have Nier Automata. Oh, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Don't kill me. And that's a good announcement. The only thing I found to be weird about this is that they said Nier is going to be download only. What is going on with that? So I'm starting to really think Xbox is trying to save money, man. They don't even want to press up disc no more at Xbox. They want everything. They just want us to get so used to this digital thing. Devil May Cry stole the show. We're going to get into all of that. I'm going down the list, so we're going to get to all of those games. And when I get to the key games, we'll talk about them. But Nier Automata, that's the name of the game. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. Nier Automata is the name of the game, at least the way I've been saying it. And then you have Metro. Metro actually looks interesting. The graphics look hot. They look crazy. Nier is definitely not boring if you're talking about Nier. Nier is a very good game. Metro looks interesting, but like I said, the other Metro games, I got into those a couple years after they came out, and I found those games to be very boring. And they had a style to them that I didn't like. So I'm not interested in Metro, but I will give this one a try, especially if this is one of those Games Pass Day 1 games. Then we had Kingdom Hearts announced for the Xbox. I'm not even going to get too much into that, because y'all know I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. Tomb Raider looked off graphically. I agree. Then we had Sea of Thieves, future DLC. There was supposedly 2 DLCs for this game. Sea of Thieves is currently installed on my Xbox, and I need to uninstall it. So that is my opinion of Sea of Thieves, and I'll have no interest in the DLC. Then we went to Battlefield 5, which is once again an interesting game, because I don't understand why Battlefield 4. Then you have Battlefield, which was the game before this in the timeline, and then you have Battlefield 5, which is very confusing to me, because Battlefield 5 is a prequel to Battlefield 1. Or the one they just called Battlefield. So this is kind of confusing to me. I don't understand what's taking place here. I don't get this whole Battlefield 4, Battlefield, and Battlefield 5. I don't get what's going on. I gotta answer this text. This is something I need to answer. Yeah, I had to answer. Y'all don't understand. I had to answer that text, man. I had to. Anyway, so Battlefield is kind of weird. There's a lot of weirdness going on. Just so you guys to know, they are allowing people to stream at E3 who are playing Battlefield. So there's a lot of footage up. I don't have to get too much into this. If you're a fan of Battlefield, you could just simply type it in on YouTube search bar, and you'll find like hours and hours worth of people playing this game. So there's a lot of footage for you to see what the game is about. It looks good. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I'm not one of those people that's upset about women being in it. None of that type of stuff. It's something I'll try. I'm just not a huge Battlefield fan like that. Never really was. I'll try it. Then you have Forza Horizon 4, which was interesting because the game not only looked good, but it had a 60 FPS mode. And when they were demonstrating the 60 FPS mode, I was taking a lot of interest and observation to the footage, and it looked good. It actually looked really good, 60 frames. I'm interested in trying that. That looks really good. So I want to definitely see what that's about, and I want to play that. So that got me interested in Forza Horizon 4. I actually like the Forza Horizon series, but it's not something I go out of my way to go get and play, but I actually do like the series. I like what they did with it. And then Xbox surprisingly announced 5 studios, man. Xbox announced the Initiative, which is a Santa Monica studio. Yeah, I don't think I got to go any further into the details of that. When I say a Santa Monica studio, just think God of War, just think stuff like that, and understand what Xbox is doing here. This got me excited. Then they have finally picked up and officially officially gave a seat to Undead Labs. They currently make a game that I'm enjoying called State of Decay 2. And I think they deserve that because they could do a lot more with State of Decay, and it was clear with State of Decay 2 that they could have did a lot more with that game. So hopefully this means they will do a lot more with the next one. All right, and I apologize for the phone because, like I said, I got to answer those texts. I got a lot to do today. So yeah, so they announced the initiative, which is Santa Monica Studios. They announced Undead Labs. They announced Playground Games, which we already knew about. That got leaked. They worked on Forza Horizon. We got Ninja Theory, big win for Xbox and Microsoft, because not only did they make Hellblade, they made a very good game for PlayStation 3 that a lot of people slept on, called Heavenly Sword. If you ever get a chance to play Heavenly Sword, that is a game you should definitely play. It's dated now graphically, but back when PS3 first came out, Heavenly Sword was one of the prettiest games that I ever saw. And it was really good. It was very different. It was very intriguing. That game deserved a lot more accolades and credit than it got. I think it sold a little over 2 million, but it was considered a failure, even though Heavenly Sword was really good. Now, just for you fans out there that like Japanese animation, Heavenly Sword has an animated movie that came out about 3 or 4 years ago. It is a really good movie. You should go watch it. I have that movie. It looks amazing. The story's pretty good, and it is a very interesting movie. And it's true to the game. And if you like the movie, you should play the game. So just to give you guys some background on what Ninja Theory is doing, because that is a very big W for Microsoft. Ninja Theory is a very well slept on studio that does really good games. All right. So just to let you know. And then we have, last but not least, Compulsion Games. They worked on We Happy Few, which is supposed to be coming out August 10th. I really don't care about We Happy Few. It was an interesting game. It's a good direction. Based off what I saw in the game, Compulsion pretty much has the ability to make good games. So we'll see what that means going forward. Now, let me take a second to read this comment. You think we're going to have to wait till the next gen, like 3 or 4 years, for those studios to make games? Of course, we definitely are going to have to wait until next generation, at least because if you listen to what Phil Spencer was saying, he pretty much is saying that, look, we know a lot of this stuff that we're showing you is not going to be really all that until next generation. The fact that he got up there and talked about another Xbox with the Xbox One X barely even hitting a year yet lets you know that all of this is next generation stuff. So we're looking at least 2.5 years. Finest, what's good, man? Jimmy, you need to take the biggest knife out of the drawer and cut the bullshit. Microsoft first party games are doo-doo. Now, I can't front, man. That was true. Definitely, that's a fact. I'm not a fan of none of the Xbox exclusives from back in the day. I didn't get an Xbox 364 exclusives. I got it for the multiplats. I got it for the platform. I got it for the ecosystem. I got it for the UI. There was a lot of reasons outside of exclusives why I got an Xbox. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, you can post a link. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We already know that this is pretty much them lining the coat for the next generation. The fact that they haven't spoke on it. Imagine having a console out for 9 months and you're already talking about a new console. That's letting you know right there they're crazy, man. So this is real. So pretty much we have We Happy Few announced for August 10th, and then we got PUBG. Now listen, this went over a lot of people's head for some reason, but PUBG. That war mode is interesting. So PUBG, right? They're suing Fortnite, but then they said, okay, if two could play this game, let's get into the game. They have decided to take the Call of Duty Team Deathmatch mode. Now, granted, they said you can't pick your guns and yada yada yada. That's the start of how this whole thing starts. But the fact that they put a war mode in this game, he said it won't let you. It's a tweet. Yeah, well, you can't put tweets in a chat. You can't put tweets in a chat. It won't let you pick guns, but you start out with guns and you go into like a team deathmatch. That's very interesting because that means PUBG is getting ready to take the competition to Call of Duty and all these people that have been taking their modes. So now PUBG is taking those modes. This is an interesting battle, guys. You got to keep your eye on the situation. This is going to turn into something. So just keep in mind what I said about this PUBG war mode. Keep this in mind in the next 12 months because this is going to turn into something very interesting for this whole battle royale situation, because now they're stacking the deck where you can't just focus on battle royale no more. You got to have all these other modes. So they're bringing it back, kind of like blindsiding people with this mode. We got to see. We got to see. That's a very interesting situation. All right. So we got Tales of Vesperin, or whatever that's how you pronounce that, Definitive Edition. That was a world premiere for the Definitive Edition. I didn't understand what that was all about, why they came at it like that. You could post a link, but you can't post a tweet. It's I know that you can't. I don't know. I know that you can't post a tweet, but I know you can post a link. Then we get to one of my favorites. I told you guys this was going to be at E3. We kind of already knew. They already said it was going to be at E3, but then we got a nice little trailer, The Division 2, and this is on the Snowdrop Engine 2. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to make a confession. I don't care. Let me make this clear. I don't care. Everything I'm about to say is just me keeping it real. And yes, I'm going to be a hypocrite, because what I'm about to say, I'm still buying this game immediately, okay? So before I even get into what I'm about to say, because I need to keep it real, because it's just the truth, this shit looked like DLC. The Division 2 looked like fucking DLC. I was a little mad that when they brought up the map, it looked exactly the same as the first Division game. I was mad that the assets were the same, but I'm still buying this thing day one. It don't matter, because I want more Division, and that's what this is. Division 2 is more Division, and I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. But for you haters and you people out there that some of the Division is not all that, yes, y'all got a W. Yes, it looks like DLC. We know the jokes. I know y'all gonna say it did look a lot like, look, I played the Division on PC in 4K 60, just to let you guys know that it looks a lot like what they showed. I don't know if you guys are playing on console, because the Division 1 on PC max settings compared to console, night and day, winter, summer difference, guys. I'm telling y'all that now. The Division looks amazing on PC 4K 60. It looks amazing. I'll upload some footage just to prove my point. You will look at your console version and say, wow, that looks like shit compared to the PC version. So the PC settings, max settings, looked a lot like what they showed for the Division 2, but however, there were parts of it where you could see where they upgraded the physics and things like the Snowdrop engine, where you saw them drop the Seeker mine and it was splashing through the water. That was dope. And then the character got stuck in the cement, and you seen him shoot the cement and free her leg. So the physics and all that is way more enhanced. You're definitely gonna get more, but I know the haters are gonna be like, it look like the same game, it look like DLC. To a degree, yes, it does. However, that game looked fire. I was very, very happy with what I saw from the Division. We got a March 15th release date for the Division, just as I speculated and I said in a prior video. And I'm happy. So I'm happy. February's looking crazy. March is now looking crazy. We are going to have a very good start to 2019. Lord, just let me see it. Okay? I was thinking the Division would be downgraded, but they look like they went out of their way to avoid that situation this year. So I honestly think that is going to be how the Division looks as long as you play on a PC at 4K 60. That's probably what that was you were looking at. That definitely was not some standard settings and all that. The game looked a little too crispy compared to the other games they showed. So that's probably going to be a 4K 60 demonstration of the Division you saw. I highly doubt it's going to be downgraded. I highly doubt that. And besides, when the Division 1 came out, there was like mods and stuff to make it look like the E3 version. And it came close to making it look really close to the before the downgrades. So they're not going to do that again. They're not going to get caught with their hands in that cookie jar again. Yo, I need the NVIDIA to drop these new graphics cards too. I'm actually in the process of building a new PC and I'm waiting. But they said we're not even going to hear about the new NVIDIA graphics cards until August. So we got a long wait before the what is it going to be, the 1180s or whatever they're going to call them, because that was the name that they said, but I don't know if that's the official name they're going to go with. Okay, so boom, we had the Division. I spoke on that. Ashley Spiker came out and she's the head engineer, and she spoke about Games Pass. And once again, she announced the Division, Elder Scrolls Online, and Fallout 4. Because a lot of people don't know Elder Scrolls Online was the third game. Because they were like, what's the third game? So the third game they announced was Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4 and the Division. Now, I've been checking Games Pass. since last night and up until recently, right before I went live. And these games are not there, so I'm assuming this is going to be an update sometime this afternoon. However, I did do some research on this, and the games are supposed to be there. So they said within hours of the announcement, those games were supposed to pop up. So what I'm assuming is they're doing some kind of overhauling, because a lot of the sites for these games are actually 505 or 500 era, and they're getting a lot of traffic, and that means that they're doing some kind of upgrades and maintenance. So that's probably what's happening right now, because the Xbox Live was acting a little funky. So then we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the September 14th game. Definitely not interesting. Something about this is just, it's losing its appeal the more that they release Tomb Raider. And the problem with this game is that they're not showing growth. The game keeps reverting every time you see it. She's back to her bow and arrow, and I get it. That's the character. That's what she wants to use. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, we need to see some kind of progression in order for all of this to really make sense. It doesn't make sense to not have the progression. So it's looking like we're playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And that's the problem with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. However, I will be getting it day one because I support that game and I like to see these type of games. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it. Now, on to the next game, Sessions, which I thought was Skate 4 for some reason. This is a independent game, and I have nothing to say about it. I don't know too much about it. Tekashi 69 definitely did not make New York look soft. He was at Summer Jam with 100 people, and he did run down on somebody, but that's for another live stream and another topic. And then we have Black Desert, which allegedly I was hyping up last night. I don't know where y'all got that from, but I definitely was not hyping up Black Desert because this is a very old PC game, and I didn't care about it on PC. Oh, what did I say? I thought I said Sessions. I thought I said Sessions. Yeah. I said I thought it was Skate 2, but it's Sessions. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. But anyway, yeah, who cares? I'm skipping past that anyway. I didn't care about that at all. Now we get to another interesting game, which once again I was correct about. It did show up at E3, and it's Devil May Cry 5. The graphics was looking crazy. Just so you guys know, anybody who got an Xbox, Devil May Cry, the entire series is on Games Pass, and you can play it, and the graphics look pretty damn good. I started both of the Devil May Cries that are in Games Pass, and I'm very impressed with the graphics for the Xbox, and I think you guys should check that out. You damn right I don't want no NYC slander. Cuphead 2019 exclusive DLC. They added an extra character to Cuphead, which is a female. There was like a lot of feminine power last night. I don't know what is going on, but females are just invading the starting line. They tried to put a female in every game they could think of, and for some reason Cuphead has a third character, which is a female. And now I'm not against this whole situation, but what I don't understand is you added a third character. Is the game gonna be 3 people now that could play, or just is it still 2 people and you just added a female just to add a female? So to me, they just threw that in there for some equality situation, and that's kind of nonsense, but whatever. I don't care. You know, let the ladies live. I ain't for or against it. It is what it is. But I just felt that was a little bit weird that they just threw her in there just for no reason out of nowhere like that. So then you have a game called Tunic. This was like one of those games that I was scratching my head about because just the title Tunic, I don't know what they were thinking here, what this is about, but this is like one of those filler games that they just had to say, hey, we got games. I don't know what this Tunic thing was about. Then you got to Jump Force, which is a Bandai Namco game. This is like a new version of J-Stars, I'm assuming, because what it is Dragon Ball Z versus One Piece versus what is it? Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and what's the other one? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention enough to know it. All I know is I saw Goku. Oh, and Naruto. Before y'all go crazy in the chat, how you don't know it's Naruto? I wasn't paying attention, but it's Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece. And I'm hoping there's more things, but that's pretty much what I saw on the poster. And it's supposed to be like some dream mashup fighter. I do have J-Stars for PlayStation, and I've tried it, and it was ridiculous, and I turned it off. I really didn't like what was going on with the controls for that. Hopefully, this will be more improved than what I played on J-Stars for PS4, because that was disgusting, guys. Disgusting. Oh, disgusting. Tunic looks fire. So you say, bro, I'm going to take your word for it. I have no interest or concerns or cares for that game. Battletoads. Now, this was another one of those situations where they just threw that out there to let you know. I wasn't sure what was happening, but I heard Rare retweeted Microsoft when they announced Battletoads. Now, what did they do? They just showed the JPEG of Battletoads logo, and it was like some music playing and, you know, Xbox. And then that was it. And then we got Just Cause 4 confirmed coming out. A lot of people up and down about this. I do have Just Cause 3. I only played it for like 5 minutes and I turned it off. It was kind of low-key too silly for me. But I do plan on going back and playing Just Cause 3. So I'm not going to say anything bad about the series because, like I said, I don't think I even beat. I think I beat Just Cause 2. I'm not sure, but I don't think I beat any of the Just Cause games. I'm not even sure if I beat 2, but I know I played 2 quite a bit. 3, I tried, put it in 4K. It looked pretty good and sweet, but I had so many other games to play. I didn't get a chance to play it. It was like one of those games I didn't get a chance to get to. I know it came out around Mad Max and all these other games, so I didn't get a chance. But Just Cause 4, from what I've seen, is just more Just Cause. Nothing really to say here. Then we have Gears Pop, which is a mobile game, to my understanding. Looks interesting. I'm not downloading mobile games like that, so I didn't really care. The mobile game market is becoming a graphical beast. However, if you start paying attention to games like PUBG on mobile, you will be super shocked at how much these mobile games are starting to advance. This is becoming a thing. So just keep an eye out in the future for mobile games becoming a common platform for mobile gaming, or should I say portable gaming, because PUBG asked me when I installed it on my Galaxy, did I want to run my game at ultra settings because my phone supported it. And when I clicked yes and ran it in ultra settings, it was hard to tell the difference between this and my Xbox One X. And I was messed up behind that. So mobile games are getting kind of crazy. If you really on the cutting edge of knowing what's going on, mobile games is almost there, dog. So just keep an eye out on that. As long as they separate mobile from console gaming, I'm cool with it. They seem to be respecting mobile as a separate genre to console gamers, and they so far they do. But the amount of money being made off mobile games, somebody's going to try this like they did with the loot boxes. Somebody's going to try to blur that line between mobile and console, and we're going to have to get them, because once they do that, those nasty practices are going to come with it. Free games with nothing but downloads, and you get to harass your phone contacts with spam for free lives and all that. We don't want that. So anyway, moving along, you got Gears Tactics, which is an RTS, which looked good. I was hoping this was going to come out for Xbox. This is confirmed to be Windows 10 exclusive. Very disappointed to hear that. Then we have Gears 5, which looks amazing. Now, the most interesting thing about Gears 5 is that it's going to be a Games Pass day one game, and I'm wondering why. So there has to be a reason for that. There has to be a reason for that to be a day one Games Pass game. Very interesting to me. I'm definitely going to try and support this game, but honestly, if they keep doing this, it's not going to be a real reason to. It's not going to be a real reason to buy these games, and that's my only concern. They're going to lose $60 for $10. I don't know. But anyway, I get what they're doing. They're trying to get every single person who buys an Xbox to have a subscription to Games Pass. So you know how the Xbox sells 30 million. Let's just use this number, 30 million. Imagine if all 30 million of these people had a subscription. So you got to factor out the people who buy more than one console. So let's round it off to 15 million. So imagine if 15 million people were paying $10 a month versus they bring out Gears and 2 million out of 15 million people buy it. So imagine if they took all 15 million of those people and had them paying $10 a month, which is 15 times $120 a year. That is a big gain. I don't like the direction of that because that says a lot about where we're headed in the future, but it's a lot of money to be made. It's a sacrifice in the beginning for a capital gain in the end. But we in the middle will lose physical media due to this crap that's going on. So I see what they're doing. I don't like it, though. I don't like it. Because now you'll have Xbox games on PlayStation and PlayStation games on Xbox. It's going to just cause a lot of... We're going to lose in the end on that. I don't like it. I just don't like the direction that they're heading in. I see it, and I don't like it. Now, last but not least, we have Cyberpunk 2017, which I thought was going to be Watch Dogs 3. I hope Ubisoft is going to come with that because I did hear a rumor that Watch Dogs 3 will be at E3. So we'll see today. We'll see what's going on. But Cyberpunk was the last game for Microsoft. And then overall, man, my opinion of the Microsoft conference, if I had to give it a 0 to 10, I'd have to give this thing an 8, man. I have to give this conference an 8. It was definitely the best Xbox conference this generation since 2013. This is the best one. They finally showed a lot of games that people care about. Granted, a lot of these are multi-plats, but remember, for the people who were taking shots, no one wants Watch Dogs 3. I want Watch Dogs 3 if it's like Watch Dogs 1. Aiden Pierce was the man, B. Aiden Pierce was fire. Watch Dogs 1 was fire. So anyway, like I said, this was the best conference since 2013 from Xbox. They showed that they want to invest. They showed that they're not running, because I was kind of starting to wonder what were they looking at going forward. They confirmed they're working on a new console. We got everything we wanted as far as the future of Xbox going forward. A lot of the games will be in Games Pass, so you don't have to sweat trying to go get the game, you know, get into the store, pre-ordering. You don't have to do all of that no more. You could just wait till the day the game come out and download it and play it. So, you know, they kind of alleviated a lot of things and made it easy for you to, as a game with a game. And I can't really hate on that. I don't like where that's going to go in the future, but I can't hate on the fact that they're giving gamers a reason to just turn on your Xbox and go game. That's kind of fire. So to me, Microsoft did a good job at this conference. This was a really good conference. It gave me more faith in the company. And, you know, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that they're out there letting people play their stuff, man. I think Ubisoft is going to have a good conference, just to let you guys know. Out of all of the third-party vendors, or should I say developers, I think Ubisoft is going to have the best conference, and I really wouldn't be surprised. Now, real quick, let's get Bethesda's out of the way, because this was a snooze fest. Bethesda's conference had some interesting stuff, don't get me wrong. They had like 3 interesting things, but it was a snooze fest. So with Bethesda, they showed off Rage 2, which looked really interesting. Rage 2 looked a lot like it had like a lot of Borderlands things going to it. And then they showed Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a card game, very snooze fest-y. This is supposed to be some kind of mobile game. Elder Scroll Online Summit, which they said has 11 million players. That is crazy. Then they showed a sequel to Doom, which is called Doom Eternal. That looks interesting. Just so you guys know, I did do a After Dark with the Weapon World members, and that's supposed to be on the Patreon for the Weapon World podcast. And we did do live reactions to this, and I kind of had to cook Bond for this next game because he was bigging up Quake. Oh, you have to have 120 hertz monitor to play this game. Then they revealed the game, and it looked like an 8-bit Nintendo game. So I had to cook Bond, just to let you guys know. If y'all see that, I cooked him for that. And real fast, I just have to say, Quake is supposedly going to be available as of today for open betas. And if you go into the open beta for this game this week, they said you will be able to play Quake indefinitely. Now, to my understanding, Quake was open for like 2 years as a beta, so I don't even understand what's going on with that game. It just looks horrible. I'm not interested in Quake. It looks too ugly. Now, yeah, this whole Bethesda conference was a snooze fest. I'm gonna just keep it real. But there was a couple gems in here. There's like 2 things I want to talk about with this, and then I'm gonna let you guys, you know, bash it. Prey DLC, don't know why. Skipping. Wolfenstein Youngblood 2019. Now, this was interesting because apparently you had the old blood for Wolfenstein, and now you got Youngblood, which is involving his 2 twin daughters. And man, that game, that's something I want to check out. I actually want to check that out, but I need to beat Wolfenstein anyway, so I'm probably going to stream that on Mixer. I need to play that game and beat it. So I'll stream it on Mixer or Twitch. I'm not going to stream it on YouTube. Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot, which is a VR game. They announced it, but they didn't show it. Then we get to where this is where we get to the good stuff at Bethesda. Fallout 76. Wow. I was actually surprised at how much stuff they put in that. I couldn't believe they had a PvP mode. Man, was I shocked. And the PvP mode actually looks good, y'all. The PvP in Fallout looks good. I was like, yo, they actually did something here. I was shocked. Now, they have something called dynamic building. Just to warn you guys what this is. This is where it gets ugly and where people like me ain't got time for it. I don't got time today, cuz. Dynamic building is when you build an environment, you build a settlement, and you go to work or school or visit your mom or, you know, your girl or whatever's going on, and people can attack your base while you're offline. This is a no-no. So this game has offline rating. Now, I hope they have a way to turn it off, but because this is a Bethesda game, I highly doubt it. but they have offline raiding where you could go raid a person's base and attack it. So I'm sure there's going to be ways to stop that. Metal Gear had this feature and I hated it. There was a time when I went onto my Metal Gear game and I found out one of my relatives attacked my base, and I was mad because he did it to be a douche. But I was like low key mad because I just didn't. I felt violated. I felt like somebody went in my sock drawer when I wasn't home, and I want to know who the fuck did that. And this is the vibe I get from that. And ever since then, I just don't like this feature. I don't like offline rating. That's the term for it. I don't like it. I don't like that feature. Now, outside of that, the PvP in Fallout looks good. So they took every good aspect of all the Fallout games and put it in one. So honestly, I'm gonna have to keep it real. Fallout 76 look kind of hot. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't like Fallout. I gotta try this. I gotta try it. It looked good, man. It was like on some The Last of Us type stuff, man. I saw that post-apocalyptic murder happen, and then I said, I want this. I want this in my life. I want to be I want to be part of the apocalyptic posse. I want to be running down on people with bottle cutters and things of that nature, talking about, yo, I want my caps. It looked hot. It just looked interesting. Xbox is definitely back. So it looked interesting. I got to give it to him. Fallout 76 definitely caught my interest. And then after that, the conference went to like just shit, and they just went mobile, and they started talking about more Fallout Shelter, now so switching PS4, assuming this is already on Xbox, Elder Scrolls Blades, Starfield, which is a game they pretty much announced for next generation, which is crazy. Elder Scrolls 5, which is another game they pretty much let you know these games are coming out for the next consoles. So so far we got a lot of confirmation that the next consoles are coming. So we should be getting these next consoles announced at the next E3, guys, because this is the second time there was acknowledgement of a next generation. So like I said, the PS4 and the Xbox One X, this is probably going to be next year is probably going to be the last year for those consoles. I'm assuming 2020 is when we're going to be moving. So yeah, so that's it. So overall, Bethesda's conference versus EA's conference. It's hard to tell you which one was whacker. I honestly think EA might still be worse than Bethesda's, but Bethesda's was quite boring. So overall, I'm gonna say Microsoft definitely had the best conference. Microsoft showed the best games. Microsoft offered a lot to you guys. I mean, y'all gotta understand that Games Pass is looking real appetizing. You can't deny it. You can't deny. Yo, you could walk into the store right now, get you a used Xbox for like $150, put that thing online for $20 and get access to 100 games, man, and play. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. All you need is $20, $10 for Xbox Live. You don't even need the other 10 for the Games Pass, because you probably get a free trial for like 14 days. And then if you put that $10 in there, you get a month and a half of 100 games for free. You could play to your heart's content, man. As much free time as you got, you could game. So Microsoft deserve their props, man. They deserve their props. I actually want to see PlayStation now do this, believe it or not. Even though PlayStation said they're not even thinking of this or entertaining this, I think they got to. I think that's why the president stepped down, because I think they know, man, they're gonna have to go this route, man. This Games Pass thing is popping. EA is already talking about what EA Access Premium. Come on, man. Come on. They know what time it is, man. This is fire right here. You just pay for a subscription and go get the games you want and play them, dog. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I don't like this whole $10 a month to keep you gaming thing versus you just stick the CD in the tray, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. He said, I love games, not graphics or consoles. I care from, man. I love graphics, man. I love graphics. Graphics are very important to me. So my overall surprise, let's go over my surprises. Nier was a surprise. Nier was a surprise, which means that might breathe life into Scalebound. Scalebound might be around, man. Scalebound might be around here somewhere, man. Scalebound might be around. So Nier was a big surprise. The Games Pass situation where they announced the division and all that in there, that was a surprise. That was a good surprise to me. The biggest surprise was the 5 studios. Like I said, The initiative is a Santa Monica studio. Just so you guys know, Santa Monica Studios, we already know you got to think God of War. So that is a high quality studio. Undead Labs, they deserve that spot. Playgrounds, we already knew about, but they deserve that spot. Like I said, they worked on Forza Horizon. Then you got Ninja Theory. That is a big W for Xbox. Honestly, that's an L for PlayStation. Y'all should have definitely, damn, y'all messed up on that. But yeah, they made Heavenly Sword, like I said, along with Hellblade. Definitely you should check out both of those games. Those are really good games for low budget games. They're amazing. And then you have Compulsion Games. This was a big surprise. 5 studios, Xbox. Next Generation is looking good. We Happy Few, that was a good thing. Another surprise to me again was war mode for PUBG. I think y'all don't understand the way that's going to turn things around for this whole battle royale. The fact that they went 360 and went back to where it all started, that is saying a lot to me. Then, of course, one of my greatest surprises was the Division 2. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. Devil May Cry 5, Dying Light 2, and the Division. Those were the games I wanted to see, and I saw them. And I saw all of them on Xbox. Very happy. Now, just to let you guys know something, and this is not to take shots at the ponies, but y'all do got to be put on notice about something. Let's be very clear. This is something y'all need to know. This is facts. This is tech. We talking. I don't want to hear all that, your favorite console this and favorite console that shit. I'm about to put y'all on notice right now. Just so you know, the reason that these multi-plats were being shown here at this conference for Xbox is because this is where they'll be played best at. So let's be very clear. The reason that you saw Dying Light 2, Just Cause 4, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the Division 2, these multi-plats, Battlefield 5, the reason you saw these multi-plats here is because they will be played best here on Xbox. So just be clear, ponies. I know tonight is going to be y'all night to run around talking about the games y'all been talking about for the last 4 years. We know. But I just got to be very clear, man. Let's run that down again, man. Let's run that down again real fast. Real fast. Let's go. Sekiro, they said this is a multi-plat. It will be played best on Xbox One X. Okay. Battlefield 5, facts, will be played on Xbox One X better. Okay. PUBG, y'all don't got that. The Division 2, definitely 4K, Xbox One X, best played on Xbox One X. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, already proved with Rise of the Tomb Raider, will run best on Xbox One X. Devil May Cry 5, Xbox One X. Dying Light 2, Xbox One X. Just Cause 4, Xbox One X. Cyberpunk 2017, Xbox One X. All of these multi-plats played best on the Xbox One X. Console gaming wise, of course. So give Xbox their props, man. They pulled out a big W, best conference since 2013, hands down. All right, so I'm very happy with the conference. It was a lot better than I thought it would be, and they did their thing. Best conference so far this year. Best conference since 2013. Either way, you take it. All right. So Bethesda, like I said, Fallout 76 for you Fallout fans, y'all should be drooling at the mouth. They gave y'all everything in one game, including PvP. So that's interesting. So for you people that like the Fallout games, Wolfenstein, Fallout, they showed up. They definitely showed up. Rage 2, they showed up. So overall, you got 3 games that really showed up for Bethesda. Rage 2, Wolfenstein, announced Youngblood 2019, and then Fallout, which is coming actually this year, November 14th. So you got Rage. I don't know when Rage is coming out, but you got Rage, Fallout, and a new Wolfenstein game. Those 3 games did show up, and they looked interesting. I'm definitely going to be at least playing Rage. Going to get that for sure. And Wolfenstein, I'm definitely going to get. Fallout, I'm going to see how that works. Because if that's on some kind of service, I'm with it. I'm not going to be paying $60 for it, though. As far as this whole PC Xbox argument, yes. You guys know, I was having this conversation with BG last night, and we were off air. And it was like a small conversation. But what y'all don't understand about PC and console, right? I'm currently building a new PC right now. I'm waiting to see about the new graphics cards before I finalize my build, right? Do you guys realize I could play God of War in 4K on my PlayStation and stream it at the same time at 1080p? And if I tried to do that on my PC, it would be harder to do with greater hardware. Now, granted, PC is better. No question. I would never say it's not. But these consoles are like magic boxes. They do things that are amazing. You can stream a 4K game from your console to people online in 1080p 60. And a PC that could do that will cost double that amount of money. That's a fact. If you want to play a game in 4K and stream it at 1080p on your PC, it would have to be at least $1,000. And the most expensive console is $450 because yes, the Xbox One X is currently $450. Now let's keep Xbox out of it because we know the Xbox One X is powerful. PlayStation Pro, PlayStation Standard. No, let's use Pro because Pro is the 4K one. PlayStation 4 Pro plays games at 4K and streams them at 1080p. And like I said, I have multiple PCs in my house. If I tried to play a 4K and stream, I would need a PC way more powerful than a PlayStation to do that. So these consoles do deserve some respect for being able to do the things that they're doing. Remember, you have a lot of people who became popular streamers because they have consoles that can stream directly to the internet. Whereas it used to be just for the nerds who had a computer. You got these cool dudes, you got these street dudes, you got these regular dudes all streaming, getting big, making mad money, doing what they got to do just because they have a console now and an internet connection. So you do have to give these consoles their fair respect and understand that, yes, when I say the best place to play games on a console, of course I'm excluding PC, but you still are in my situation. If you're a content creator, you could do a lot of these things with the console without a PC. You could edit on a console. You could upload on a console. There's a lot you could do, and you don't need a PC to really get. You could get on YouTube and get millions of subscribers and never own a PC. So you got to give consoles their credit. Once again, though, just a quick reminder, man. Just a quick reminder before we go, man. Yeahhh, that's going to run better on Xbox. Battlefield 5, that's going to run better on Xbox. Metro, that's going to run better on an Xbox. The Division 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Devil May Cry 5, Dying Light 2, Just Cause 4, all going to run better on an Xbox. Yeah, PCs getting viruses is an outdated thing. I mean, if you're getting viruses in this 2018 with Windows 10, you definitely doing it wrong. You know, you out there wilding. You on them sites where they actually do you want to translate the language back to English. You on them type of sites if you getting viruses on the PC in 2018, just to let you know. You are out there wilding on what they call the dark web. You're bugging. You know, you're in the Bermuda Triangle of the internet. Because I haven't seen a virus on PC in God knows how long. So I don't know where you at. You on Pornhub XXXXX edition though, because I don't know how you get viruses. So that's like real hard to do in 2018 on a Windows 10 PC, man. But it is dudes running around with Windows 7 talking about, yo, this is better. So there's a lot of lames and weirdos out there too, man. Y'all got to be careful with those cats, because I'm realizing that those dudes be the dudes out here running around giving influence, and these dudes don't even know what booty cheeks look like unless it's their friends or their boys. Pause. All right, so I ain't gonna get too much into that, but like I said, there's a lot of lames running around here influencing this community, and they don't know what the hell a toe from a nipple look like. All right, and I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, you gotta be careful. Yo, Marcus, man, just to save you the agony, man, do not mention PC viruses in 2018. Windows 10, that's like an old news thing. That's like a Windows 95 edition situation. But anyway, guys, ain't no point in me staying here, man. I mean, I did what I had to do. I thank everybody that did come out. Do remember to hit them like buttons. These views have been bad lately. Not just for me, but just because people are busy. I get it. It's the summer, people graduating and all of that. But you know, I know your favorite YouTubers is doing we need y'all to hit these likes buttons and, you know, share these videos and like these videos, man, because it would encourage us to do more content like this. All right. So with that being said, man, I do appreciate everybody, man. If you guys got any last questions or y'all want to talk about the predictions for PlayStation or any of that stuff, we could do that before I go. I'm not in a real rush like that. But that was my thoughts on Bethesda and Xbox conference. So with that being said, you know, I know PlayStation is gonna show up tonight. We already know 90% of what they're going to show. Just to let you guys know real fast, I'm hearing PlayStation is going to have 15 games to show. We did not see Splinter Cell, and that is the last game on my list of surprise games that are supposed to be shown. That is a fact. You do have to have a PC for the BS and a PC for the serious game, and I agree, and I live by that rule as well. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. The PlayStation and the Xbox has gotten good enough to the point where you don't need to go get you a big gaming rig or a gaming PC at this point. But however, it still hasn't beat PC though. So for those of you out there that wonder, yes, your games that are multi-plats will still look better on PC. You get extra features like getting rid of film grain, which I complained about with Detroit Become Human. A lot of peasant eyes were mad. People still tweeting me up until currently telling me I'm bugging for that. But you do get the option to remove motion blur, film grain, all these nasty little tricks that they do on console to hide nasty textures from you. PlayStation kind of, pardon me, PC gives it to you raw. You don't get no hidden nothing. You don't get nothing. You get the straight raw, straight pure textures, 4K, everything, like the Division. So PC is still king. But you don't need a PC to enjoy gaming and getting good graphics, because God of War proved to me that, man, that gives PC a run for its money. You can't even pick a PC exclusive that could touch that game. If anybody could show me one PC exclusive that touches God of War, I will take my PC and throw it out the damn window. And I don't mean that, so don't do it. I'm joking. I'm talking shit right now. All right, but that's the whole bottom line. PC is still king. The Division, I played the Division on PS4 Pro. They put a 4K patch on there. It was cool. It was enjoyable because I could not play the Division on console. It was that ugly compared to my PC. I wouldn't touch the console version. I have friends, they were like, yo, man, play with me. I'm like, yo, you got that shit on console? Yeah. Lame nigga, be quiet. Sit down. That was it. I didn't want to hear no more after that. If you had it on console, I wasn't touching it. But now it's different. Now it's different. These graphics are looking way better. They're definitely going to release Assassin's Creed in November. So just let you know that that's coming. Arma 3 look better than God of War. I disagree with that. The Division is high-powered cheeks on console. First of all, the Division is 30 frames on console, and it's 60 frames on PC. And a game like the Division, man, where them guns is go busting and going off like crazy, you want that 60 frames. You got to be rolling and running and ducking and hiding behind cover in 30 frames. Your joint lagging. You looking like you got on skates because your legs ain't even moving because the screen trying to keep up. Then you got screen tearing and all this nonsense. Yeah, man, the Division is best played on PC, man. Trust me. But I wanted to try the Xbox One X version because I heard they did some things with that. I want to try it. Arma look good, but better than God of War, I don't know, bro. I can't agree with that. God of War ain't have the ultimate best graphics. Don't get me wrong. There's 4K games that look better than that on PC, but like I said, just overall, God of War is such a good game compared to anything on PC. Period. It's like you get the action, the graphics, the story. You get a good game. You get a lot of content, or should I say, a lengthy amount of content. And there's not a PC game I could think of that, even if it's in 4K 60, could touch that. So that's what that is. All right, man. I talked enough. I think it's time for me to get out of here. Let's go get ready for another conference. I got some running around to do. So I'm going to get out of here, man. Let me see if I can find where to end the stream at. Okay, I got my screen open. Just check the comments real fast. All right. Y'all be good, man. Thank you to everybody that came through. Peace.